And right off the top at 4 o'clock, we begin with breaking news out of Collin County, where a grand jury has declined to indict the 8 detention officers in the death of Marvin Scott.
Scott was arrested for marijuana possession in March in the parking lot of an Allen Mall. It is believed he was suffering from a mental health crisis, but cleared by a doctor to be jailed. Our JD Miles live with exclusive details of this still developing story. JD?
Brooke, the possible charges in this case could have ranged anywhere from misdemeanor assault all the way up to murder. Scott's family and attorney had been demanding criminal charges against these 8 former jailers for their actions or non-action during his in-custody death on March 14th. After no-billing the 8 officers, the grand jury also took the rare step of issuing a statement, which I'll read to you now. It says, "After careful consideration of the applicable law and all the relevant facts, we find no probable cause exists to charge any person with a criminal offense related to the death of Mr. Scott. Accordingly, we have issued a no bill for each of the 8 detention officers involved. We would like to extend our deepest sympathy to the family and friends of Mr. Scott for the terrible loss you have suffered. We hope you can someday find peace." Scott died after at least 10 hours in custody. Detention officers used a restraint bed, pepper spray, and a spit hood. He eventually became unresponsive. His family and attorney watched jail security video, which they called horrific. They say it showed officers not helping Scott. A medical examiner ruled Scott's death the result of stress from schizophrenia and a restraint or struggle with law enforcement. The grand jury statement goes on to recommend that the county create a panel or work group to study the events of March 14th for lessons learned in an event to avoid any similar future tragedy. We recommend that this work group consist of a diverse group of Collin County community leaders, criminal justice and law enforcement stakeholders, local hospitals, and mental health providers. Now, 7 jailers were fired by the sheriff after this. 1 resigned. Those who were fired have applied for their jobs back, and 1 has already won his appeal, so it's likely all of these jailers could end up getting their jobs back. I also got a statement from Collin County DA Greg Willis, who tells us, "I too share the grand jury's concern for the treatment of individuals suffering from mental illness, and I pledge to honor Mr. Scott by taking the lead and assembling a working group to look for lessons learned so that this tragic in-custody death will not have been in vain." We are working to get reaction from Scott's family and attorney, and we'll post that and report it when we get it. Live tonight, JD Miles, CBS 11 News.
All right, we'll check back in, JD. Thank you.